Music producers, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Today's video is probably gonna be a little bit boring for some people, just because marketing isn't their passion. But I guarantee that if you watch this video to the end and you start learning more about the marketing, right, you're gonna have so much more marketing knowledge and you're really gonna understand how much you might be missing out on. You probably are missing out on at this point. And just the overall actual marketing that many producers are not implementing when it comes to selling beats online. I know we just did the interview with Dilly Got It Bumpin', who has made almost $1 million selling beats online. And listen, that requires a good amount of social presence. But even if you're getting 100 people a month to your beat store, you can still get sales. Now, obviously, if you only get like 10 people a month to your beat store, and you can check that with Google Analytics, it's going to be pretty hard to get a sale, and you need to be realistic. Remember, when you start selling beats online, you are no longer a music producer, but you are now an e-commerce store owner. You need to fully understand that, because that's where shit gets real, and that's what this video is all about. But 100%, if you're getting 100 people a month to your beat store, you should be getting 1 to 3 sales every month. And I know that might seem a little weird to you. You might be like, how did you get those numbers? And I'll explain that later on. And as always, if you want to learn more about selling beats online, our founder, Robin Wesley, has a free masterclass that you guys can go watch below. And listen, I'll be upfront and honest with you guys. At the end of this masterclass, we have a paid course that we are going to pitch you on. And let me tell you guys what, right? The reason that I do these videos and I constantly talk about our course in these videos is because the results it actually gets producers. I firmly 100% believe if you want to sell beats online, if you want to learn marketing, if you want to fully know how to sell beats online, this course is going to be the best chance at learning how to actually do it. And the reason is because of screenshots like this. This is the past month of March, mainly the past week of March. So we have VN Beats, $69, Off One, $80. That was March 20th, that was March 17th. Merlino, $200, March 10th. We have Lenski, who March 15th got a beat sale from using our email automations that we give in the course for you to use as templates. And then we have Rutger Vorhawks, who literally joined the course, 1 week in, sold a beat for $120. Then the next week, kind of the next week, March 19th, he's back with another beat sale. I don't know what I have to do to tell you guys to let you know this is the best course out there for selling beats online, and this is the best chance that you're gonna have at actually doing this. So let me bring it back down from a level 10 to like a level 8, and we'll just continue on with the video now. Also, our Discord is open to everybody. We just have restricted channels and access for the CCS students only. And for our CCS students, every month I do a $25 gift card. So there you go, make sure to enter that giveaway. Now to get this video started, I want to ask you a question as a producer that pertains to selling beats online. Do you think you would sell more beats if you just got more people, more traffic to your beat store? Now I know this may seem like a dumb question, and the answer is pretty obvious, but let me explain why I'm asking you guys this and the two different answers you can have for this question. One is really good and one is pretty bad. And like I said, I'll explain this. So in order to keep on explaining this so you fully understand, right, I need to ask you another question. And that is, do you know your conversion rate? Now, a lot of you guys might be like, what the hell is a conversion rate, right? What the hell even is that? And so to simply put it, a conversion rate is simply the percentage of people that take an action on your website. And when speaking on conversion rate, most people talk about conversions as a purchase. So the percentage of people who purchase on your website, usually on a monthly period, or can be measured weekly, daily, but usually monthly. A good conversion rate for e-commerce stores all around different industries is between 1 and 3%. So yes, 1 to 3% of your users who go to your website will turn into customers. That's a very small number, but that is what the number is. So earlier, I told you if you get 100 people a month to your beat store, you should be getting 1 to 3 purchases. So that's exactly how I got that number. So now let me tell you guys why we prioritize this so much in our course and what I do every video to teach you guys as producers trying to sell beats. This is a case that probably happens a good bit, right? Let's say for every 200 people who go to your beat store, you only get one purchase. And also, if you don't know your conversion rate for your BeatStore, you need to have Google Analytics attached to your BeatStore, and you need to go ahead and divide your purchases by the amount of people who come and visit your BeatStore. So in this case right here, if 200 people a month and then one purchase, you have a conversion rate of 0.5%, which is, it's pretty bad. Now, for the sake of you to really understand this and really understand what's going on here, I'm going to plug in some other data because I really want you guys to see the true impact of this and what this data can actually be. So another metric that we're going to input here is, let's say that you have an average order value AOV of $40. Now, average order value is exactly what it sounds like. It's just how much on average a customer spends when they place an order on your BeatStore. And as a little bonus tip, I'm even going to tell you how to increase your average order value towards the end of this video, so make sure to stick around. Now, I really want you to remember from earlier, you can sell beats with a lower quantity amount of traffic. You don't need to blow up on YouTube. You don't need 10,000 people a month to go to your BeatStore to start selling beats. You can start doing it with 100 people a month. Hell, you can probably start doing with 50 people a month if you really go insane with your targeting and doing like cold outreach specifically for artists who perfectly match your production. But just with uploading beats on YouTube, if you get 100 people a month to your BeatStore, you can make those 1 to 3 purchases happen. There's no excuse for you not to start selling beats when you first start off if you're getting that traffic to your site. You don't need the 10,000. You can get started with the 100. Do not think that you have to play the numbers game. That is where so many producers get messed up. And I'm telling you guys this because I really want this to get in your brain. If you can remember one thing from this video, it is that do not count your traffic, but make your traffic count. What that means, to explain this in like the easiest way possible, is don't worry about the number of people who go to your BeatStore. Worry about how optimized you can make it for each single person who gets on your BeatStore to have them make a conversion, to have them raise the average order value. Focus on that stuff. So when you start getting 10,000 people a month to your BeatStore, you make an insane amount of money because you've been focusing on optimizing that stuff since day one. Now listen, since I've been doing these videos for so freaking long, I know that most people won't care or they won't understand. So I need to give you guys examples with big numbers so that you really understand the true potential and true impact of optimizing your BeatStore for the conversion rate and for the average order value. So we're just gonna start off with the conversion rate. So like I said, we're using big numbers so that way you guys can see the impact and what can happen, the good and the bad, right? So this is the difference between a good and a bad conversion rate. This is like producer A, producer B scenario, right? So producer A, 10,000 visitors, but a 0.5% conversion rate. So that means 50 purchases a month with an average order value of $40. So he makes $2,000 a month, which is still pretty good, right? But he got 10,000 people to come to his BeatStore. That's a lot of freaking people, guys. Now, producer B, he had the same 10,000 amount of artists come, right? But he has a 3% conversion rate. So he got 300 purchases that month, and still, the same for $40. He made $12,000. So that is why it's so important to have a good conversion rate. Now listen, when you first start off and you're only getting 100 people a month to your BeatStore, it might be like a $15, $20 difference. It might be a $50 difference. And that doesn't seem like a lot. And that isn't probably a lot for you to really care. But what you need to understand is the true impact of a good conversion rate over time. And really, when you're getting started out, right, you need to squeeze out every single penny you can to your BeatStore. You really do, because if you're not, you're just leaving so much on the table. And also technically, if you do get more people to your BeatStore, you will get more sales. But that's a difference of $10,000 in this scenario without a good conversion rate. Now, here's another reason that many producers have to face, is that a lot of producers just never end up thinking like this, or they never believe that they will ever get to that amount of traffic. So they simply never think about these marketing things in their mind. They just think that, okay, you know, one day I'll blow up on YouTube and then I'll start selling more beats. But what they don't see is the big picture. And then wait, hold up, that big picture I can use that stuff right now in my day-to-day business as a smaller producer, right? I can still have a good conversion rate. It might not be a $10,000 difference, but hey, that might be an extra $60, $100 a month that I didn't have before. A lot of producers just have this thought. They have this mentality that when they first start, they have to lose, right? They can't win. There's no way to win when you first start out. They believe that with having these smaller numbers, that there's nothing they can accomplish. They have to wait until YouTube blows them up. They have to wait for something magical to happen, right? They can't do anything right now because their social media numbers aren't that high. But what you don't understand is when you have that mentality, you're just waiting to play into the numbers game. There's a lot you can do with a small following. You're not gonna make $100,000 with a small following, but there's still a damn good amount on that table that you can grab. It's just you have this thought that you can't win because you don't have all these followers, you don't have all these views, right? You think that you can't accomplish anything until the YouTube gods just give it to you one day. And even when they do, if that's the mentality, you probably have a shitty conversion rate. So you are accomplishing something good, but it could be even way better. So now secondly, I want to tackle the average order value. So we're gonna start off with just some like general business advice, right? There's three ways that you can make money in business. You get more customers, you get the same customers to return, or you get your customers to spend more when they order from you. So now I want to show you what can happen when you hit all three of those on the head, or really probably not even on the head, but you start working towards all three of those. Now, this is an e-commerce client that I've been working with since November. This is not selling beats online. I want to give you a disclaimer. This is not the selling beats online industry, but it's an e-commerce industry, which like I said before, when you sell beats online, you sell a digital product online, you are considered an e-commerce owner. You might not know it yet, but you are. We have been working on coming up with a marketing strategy and putting it in place since November. Now, this is March's results compared against February. So obviously I can't show the exact totals because I can't. But the total sales is almost up 200%. The orders are up about 130%. The amount of products sold are up 200%. And the average order value is up 27%. And in case you guys are wondering, the overall change in total amount of money spent on ads only went up probably about $100 or $200. So what I'm trying to tell you here is the importance of a marketing strategy and a website that focuses on conversion rate, average order value, using email marketing to warm your customers up and then have them return after they purchase. When you can get those things going for an e-commerce business, it can do insane shit to make you a lot more money. And it works with selling beats online too. So really, average order value is pretty much a low-hanging fruit of one of the very simple ways to make more money in selling beats online. Because you have the same amount of traffic that you got, it's just you're getting people to spend more money. Now in the constant conversion strategy, which is our paid course, we do go over a few tactics that you could use to help increase your average order value. But in this video, I'm specifically only going to tell you about one of them, which Robin called the bulk deal experiment. Now listen, many producers use bulk deals in the sense of something like buy one, get 9 free, or buy one, get 5 free, or buy one, get 19 free. And let me tell you guys this, right? When you use bulk deals as a marketing tactic, all you end up doing is cheapening the value of your beats. You're using it so incorrectly because the whole point of a bulk deal is to make you more money by incentivizing customers to spend more. So think about this, right? If one beat costs $25 and then you give them 9 free beats for buying one, you are selling 10 beats for the same $25 when instead you could sell those 10 beats at your normal price without any bulk deals for $250. Do you see how crazy that is? And now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, Ryan, like buy one, get 9 free. That's pretty extreme. But what about like buy one, get 1 free, right? That little value of getting 1 free. No, still do not do it because the artist does get an extra beat, but you are not getting any extra more money. So to give you guys a super easy example, let's say your basic license costs $25. And the only difference that we have in here is the actual deal that you're giving to customers. So license price is both $25. Now, for the buy one, get one free, your customer gets 2 beats for $25. So essentially, you're just getting $25. That's all you could have gotten anyway. But now, when you do the buy 2, get 1 free, the customer gets 3 beats, so they get an extra beat, but you also get $50, which doubles your average order value. So now this is a pretty small scale thing. And odds are you're like, okay, cool, I really don't care. That's kind of obvious, whatever. And once again, for many producers, like this, the data isn't big enough for them to care, or they think that like this won't affect them. Like, oh, I'm only getting 100 people a month to my beat store, like this won't affect me. But it really will. It's just on a smaller scale. But in order for you to care though, I really have to put these numbers into a larger perspective just so you fully understand the potential and the impact of doing these things. So now let's say we have a scenario with 100 customers. So the license price, $25 with a buy one, get one free. So your average order value then is $25. So after 100 customers come through, you made $2,500. Now, by simply, all you did was change your bulk deal. Literally, all you did is you went in and you changed a setting that might have took you 6 clicks, probably less than a minute. Think about that. All you're doing is you are doing something that probably takes less than 10 clicks and less than a minute to change a bulk deal or to start a bulk deal of buy 2, get 1 free. So now your average order value changes because the bulk deal changes. But you had the same exact amount of customers, but now you made $5,000. So like I said, by simply tweaking something that is less than 10 clicks and less than a minute of your life, you are probably living so much more comfortably. Now, like I said before, these are really big numbers at scale. But I really want you to understand the impact and potential that just doing this can really change about the way you market and ultimately how profitable you are and how successful you are with selling beats online. And this does matter at a small level with, like I said, you don't count your traffic, but you make your traffic count, right? Even if you get 100 people a month and you sell 3 beats for $20, you made $60. Okay. But now let's say you use proper bulk deals. Well, now you made $120 because your average order value had doubled. Now listen, $60 to $120, that isn't a lot. That probably might not be enough for you to care, but you really should, because over a long enough time, over you growing, that number gets drastically so much bigger. So much bigger. And even think about it, right? Think about it right now if you're doing a buy one, get one free and your beat store has a 0.5% conversion rate. Think about if you up that to 3%, even to 2%, even to 1%, and you double your average order value. Although it may not seem big because you're not getting that much traffic, it is still so important because you're making the most out of the traffic that you currently get. Now, with that being said about bulk deals, I actually want to show you the actual data that Robin had from his bulk deal experiment back in 2017. Based on that data that Robin collected, just by offering a buy 2, get 2 free discount on his bulk deals, he generated an extra $5,500 that year. Now listen, I know it didn't generate him an extra $1 million, an extra $100,000, or even an extra $10,000, but he made an extra $5,500 by doing something that takes less than 10 clicks and less than a minute of his time. That's a pretty good return on investment, I would say. Now, if you guys want to fully understand the experiment about the bulk deal experiment, it is only available in our course. Plus, you'll see the other 2 ways we help influence customers to spend more on your beat store as well. And I mean, yeah, guys, this video got me fired up because you need to understand just because you're not getting the views right now doesn't mean that you can't make money by selling beats online. You don't need to wait until you have 1,000 views a month or whatever you're waiting for, waiting to blow up on YouTube. You can start making sales today. So do not think that you have to wait and play the numbers game. So with that being said, check out the free masterclass. Like I said, we're going to pitch you on that paid course, but man, I 100% believe that is the best chance if you want to learn about selling beats online and building your brand and building a business as a producer. Peace out.